Life often presents us with challenging situations. In these moments, the ancient wisdom of Stoicism emerges as a guiding light. The Stoics offer us a timeless compass to navigate turbulent waters. Their teachings provide tools to discern when to stand our ground and when to walk away. Imagine a tranquil garden amidst a bustling city. This garden, like Stoicism, offers a sanctuary from daily chaos. Here we understand the power of Stoic principles in making difficult decisions. True happiness lies in our reasoned choices and reactions. By focusing on what we can control, we navigate challenges with grace. Stoicism encourages us to act with wisdom and purpose. It offers a timeless roadmap for navigating human interaction. It teaches us to distance ourselves from what depletes our energy. In the following sections, we will explore practical applications of Stoicism. Life, much like a labyrinth, is filled with twists, turns, and unexpected dead ends. We may find ourselves wandering down paths that drain our energy and leave us feeling lost. In these moments, Stoic principles of wisdom, courage, and self-control guide us. They help us recognize when a path or relationship no longer serves us. Imagine standing at a crossroads, each path representing a different choice. One path may seem enticing but hides dangers beneath the surface. Another path may feel comfortable but leads you in circles. The path less traveled requires courage, the courage to walk away. Walking away is an act of strength and self-awareness. It recognizes that our time and energy are precious. True freedom lies in letting go and creating space for something new. Life is a constant process of change and adaptation. Like a gardener, we must release what no longer bears fruit. Walking away is an act of self-preservation and self-love. It creates space for authentic connections and a life aligned with our highest selves. At the core of Stoic philosophy is rational discernment, distinguishing what helps us grow from what holds us back. Toxic friendships fall into the latter category, marked by negativity, manipulation, and emotional drain. Unlike healthy friendships, toxic ones are parasitic, leaving you exhausted and undervalued. Imagine a friend who belittles your achievements and invalidates your feelings. Such friendships harm your self-esteem and emotional well-being. Stoicism emphasizes harmony and balance in our interactions. Recognize toxic friendships through clear-eyed assessment. Ask yourself, does this friendship drain my energy or uplift me? Stoicism teaches us to protect our inner tranquility. When a friendship disrupts your peace, it may be time to walk away. Walking away from a toxic friendship is an act of self-respect. It's about reclaiming your emotional space and energy. Make this decision with calm rationality, not impulsive anger. By stepping back, you practice the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control. This creates room for healthier, supportive relationships to flourish. In personal relationships, the Stoic principle of self-control is significant. Damaging relationships involve recurring emotional or physical harm. They trap individuals in cycles of conflict and pain, eroding self-worth. Stoicism encourages inner strength and autonomy, compromised in damaging relationships. Seek relationships that foster mutual respect and growth. Evaluate if the relationship supports your growth and happiness. Your ultimate responsibility is to your well-being and moral integrity. Walking away from a damaging relationship is an exercise in courage and self-preservation. Recognize that your well-being is paramount and you deserve respect. In our daily interactions, conversations play a pivotal role in shaping our mental and emotional landscapes. Destructive conversations are those that are rife with negativity, hostility, or unproductive conflict. They leave us feeling drained, agitated, and often regretful. From a Stoic viewpoint, engaging in such conversations is detrimental to our pursuit of a tranquil and rational life. Imagine a scenario where every discussion with a particular individual devolves into arguments, with little regard for mutual respect or understanding. These conversations disrupt our inner calm and lead to heightened stress and frustration. Stoicism teaches us to maintain our equanimity and to avoid entanglements that disturb our peace. Recognizing when a conversation is becoming destructive is crucial for preserving our mental and emotional well-being. To identify a destructive conversation, reflect on how you feel during and after the interaction. Do you feel agitated, defensive, or belittled? Does the conversation escalate into hostility rather than fostering understanding? A Stoic approach would be to pause and assess whether continuing the conversation serves any productive purpose. If it does not, walking away becomes a rational and necessary choice. Walking away from destructive conversations is not a defeat, but a strategic retreat to maintain your peace and composure. It involves calmly disengaging from the interaction, prioritizing your inner tranquility over the need to be right or to win an argument. This practice aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what is within our control, our reactions and emotional state. By choosing to step away, you uphold your commitment to a life guided by reason, virtue, and inner calm. Stoicism, in its essence, is a philosophy of wisdom. It encourages us to view the world through a lens of clarity and objectivity. Wisdom guides us to walk away from toxic situations, illuminating the path to peace. It begins with an honest assessment of our social landscape. Like a cartographer studying a map, we gain understanding of our lives. Stoic wisdom encourages keen observation of our lives, noting cues for change. We identify relationships that no longer serve our highest good. This requires self-awareness and asking difficult questions. Does this relationship bring out the best in me? Does this situation align with my values and aspirations? By reflecting on these questions, we gain insights into our social interactions. Wisdom is about asking the right questions and recognizing underlying patterns. This empowers us to make choices aligned with our well-being. Recognizing the need to walk away from a toxic situation is one thing, but mustering the courage to actually do so is another entirely. This is where the Stoic virtue of courage comes into play. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it. It is the quiet strength to stand firm in our convictions, even when faced with opposition. Imagine a lone tree standing tall amidst a raging storm. Its branches may sway, but its roots remain firmly planted. This is the essence of Stoic courage. Weathering life's storms without being uprooted, walking away from a toxic friendship or relationship often requires confronting our fears. We may fear hurting others or being alone. Yet, true courage lies in choosing what is right, even when it is difficult. It is in these moments that we discover our inner strength. We learn we are capable of far more than we thought possible. True freedom comes from having the courage to let go and create space for something new. Walking away from a toxic situation with grace and composure requires more than just wisdom and courage. It also demands a healthy dose of self-control. Self-control, in the Stoic sense, is about mastering our emotions, not being ruled by them. Imagine a skilled archer taking aim at a distant target, carefully drawing back the bowstring, steadying their breath, and focusing their mind before releasing the arrow with precision and control. When confronted with a toxic situation, our initial instinct may be to react with anger or defensiveness. However, the Stoics remind us that these emotional reactions rarely lead to positive outcomes. By cultivating self-control, we gain the ability to harness the energy of our emotions and direct them towards more positive and productive ends. The art of walking away requires discernment. Knowing when to act, when to hold back, and when to let go is a skill honed through experience and guided by Stoic principles. Envision a seasoned sailor reading the subtle shifts in the wind, the barely perceptible changes in the tides. Recognizing the right time to walk away from a toxic situation calls for a heightened awareness of our own internal landscape. Stoicism teaches us to face challenges head-on, but also emphasizes the wisdom of choosing our battles wisely. Walking away is not a sign of defeat, but a powerful act of self-preservation. Stoicism places a high value on maintaining emotional balance, particularly in challenging situations. This balance is not about suppressing emotions, but managing them so they do not control us. Imagine standing by a calm lake at dawn, the water smooth and reflective. One practical way to maintain emotional balance is through regular reflection, such as journaling. Another technique is to practice mindfulness or meditation. By cultivating this balance, we empower ourselves to walk away from toxic situations with a sense of peace and confidence. Practicing rational detachment is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. It involves separating our emotions from our decision-making processes, allowing us to assess situations objectively. Consider the image of a wise elder observing a bustling marketplace from a distance. In practical terms, rational detachment can be achieved by taking a step back from the immediacy of a situation. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control. Practicing rational detachment empowers us to make decisions that are in our best interest. Silence and reflection are powerful tools in the Stoic arsenal. They provide the necessary space for introspection and clarity, enabling us to make thoughtful decisions in the face of toxicity. Imagine the quiet stillness of an ancient monastery where monks practice the art of silent contemplation. When confronted with a toxic situation, choosing silence over immediate reaction can be a powerful statement. Reflection involves looking inward to understand our motivations, feelings, and the dynamics at play. By dedicating time to reflection, we can approach toxic situations with greater wisdom and clarity. Walking away from toxic situations is not just an act of departure, it is also an act of moving forward. Embracing the path ahead with courage and optimism is crucial for healing and growth. Imagine a path through a dense forest, leading towards a radiant clearing. Embracing the path forward begins with self-compassion. Focus on cultivating positive relationships and environments. By following the Stoic principles of wisdom, courage, self-control, and rational detachment, you can navigate the journey with grace and resilience. Walking away from toxicity is often perceived as an act of cowardice, a surrender to conflict. However, true courage lies in choosing our peace, our well-being, over the need to prove ourselves in the face of adversity. Imagine a warrior laying down their sword, not out of fear, but out of a deep understanding that true victory lies in choosing harmony over perpetual struggle. The Stoics understood that true strength lies in the mastery of one's own mind and emotions. Choosing to walk away when faced with toxicity is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to this inner strength. By choosing to walk away, we are essentially choosing ourselves. Walking away from a toxic situation should not be viewed as a retreat, but as a strategic maneuver. Imagine a master chess player contemplating their next move. The Stoics believed in accepting what is outside of our control and focusing our energies on what we can influence. By removing ourselves from a toxic environment, we gain a sense of agency and control over our own lives. Reframing walking away as a strategic move allows us to approach the situation with a sense of empowerment rather than defeat. Ultimately, walking away from toxicity is an investment in ourselves. As we conclude our exploration of walking away from toxic situations through the lens of Stoicism, it's important to remember that this philosophy is not about passive acceptance, but about empowered living. It's about understanding that we always have a choice, the choice to engage, the choice to adjust, and yes, the choice to walk away. By embracing this philosophy, we step into a life where our actions are deliberate, our response is measured, and our well-being paramount. Think of a skilled gardener tending to their plot. They don't simply water every plant in sight. They observe, they analyze, and they act with purpose. They prune away the dead wood, nurture the blossoming flowers, and make room for new growth. This is the essence of Stoicism in action, applying wisdom, courage, and self-control to cultivate a life that flourishes. Walking away from toxicity then becomes not a sign of defeat, but a testament to this careful cultivation. It's a recognition that some relationships, some conversations, some situations, no matter how much we may have invested in them, are simply not conducive to our growth. And just as a gardener removes a weed to allow the surrounding plants to thrive, so too do we step back from what drains us to make space for what nourishes our souls. This doesn't mean life becomes a sterile, emotionless pursuit. Stoicism acknowledges the full spectrum of human experience: joy, sorrow, anger, love, but it encourages us to meet these emotions with a calm awareness, a sense of detachment that allows us to choose our responses rather than being ruled by our impulses. Mastering the art of walking away is about designing a life worth living, characterized by peace, purpose, and meaningful connections. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, and engage in conversations that nourish your soul. Wake up each morning with calm anticipation, knowing you have the power to choose how you show up in the world. Stoicism promises not the eradication of challenges, but the cultivation of inner resilience and wisdom. The journey towards this life is not without obstacles. Old patterns may resurface, tempting us to stay in situations that no longer serve us. But with each conscious choice to walk away from toxicity, we move closer to the life we envision. True happiness lies in our reasoned choices and reactions to the world around us. Embrace wisdom, courage, self-control, and rational detachment to face life's challenges with tranquility and purpose. Walk with courage, wisdom, and choose your own peace.